Right. So let us start creating uh, the services right here. But I'm just not going to do use the same folder here, src. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to rename this to something else maybe, or maybe create a new directory as well. So you can do that. And I'm just going to create a new directory, call it new src right over here. And let's keep the existing one as it is. I think I accidentally created a file. So I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to create a new folder here. Again, may not be the right place, so just go down and click this, like a directory, and then just create a file within this. So like I said, I'm going to call it new src. Now what's going to change is, of course, we're going to do everything right over here, but in our tsconfig.json, we're going to ignore the src folder completely, and we'll make this source folder to be new src. So everything is going to start uh, from here, right? Now we are first of all going to create the structure as it is. Before we actually create our service, we'll always need our main ts, which is bootstrap code. And I'm going to write here ag bootstrap. That's a plugin, and it can really get us the module create fast. And I'm going to create an app module and make it app module from dot slash app dot module. Now this does not really exist as of now, but we're going to create this right over here. So it cannot find this right now, but we're going to go down here and create a new file, call it app.module.ts, and it's going to be ag-module, and the name is by default app module, so it's not a problem. And then we're going to have our base component like app component, and it's going to be dot slash app dot component, like so. And it is still not there, but once I think we have the required link, then we'll be able to find this out as well. Now I think the main TS should have resolved now. So now there of course exists app module, and you can just control click this. It'll take you to app module. We just have this app component missing. So create a new file right here, call it app.component.ts, and we're going to type in ag-component to create the component code, and we'll just use the same selector. So I think we've been using app root, so I'll just keep it like this, and let's try using the template in a file. So I'll just call it app.component.html, and hopefully it's going to be another file right here. So call it app.component.html, and we're going to write our code here. So let's just type down h2, and we can just cite our maybe this is our second component, isn't it? I mean, and let's see, all the parts are all right, so we should hopefully be able to do this. I think just one small thing that I can foresee there is going to be an error. We'll just write template as of now. We'll just not use this thing. We'll do it in some other time, and copy the h2 and place it right over here in the template itself. Use the easier option, and then I'm going to kind of delete this file. I don't need this as of now. So everything goes fine. I think we should be able to see our code, and let's just run npm run build, which is going to run the tsc and produce the build folder. And it's not maybe going to run here unless you get down to first Angular, and I'll also delete the existing build folder. And npm run, and I'm going to type, okay, just before that, go to first Angular and type in npm run build. So hopefully it's going to run the tsc, and if there are no errors in it, it's going to create a build folder, which it has. Now let's run another terminal and run the command npm start. That's going to open up the HTTP server, but still we just go down to first Angular and then just run this command again. So hopefully when I go to the browser now and type in localhost 8080, it just gets us the first Angular link, but it's not able to find something. Let's find out why. Because well, it's getting in all the files, but let's find out why this has not been able to find it. So we have app root, and this should be the same file present in your index.html. So I go down here and look out for app root, which is the same. Okay, I'm sorry. So it says undefined, declared in the module. Maybe we just change this, new source right over here. Let's just go into the, uh, system.js configuration, and okay, somehow it is not. It's something to do with the app module maybe. So we'll just find out in the new source if we have done anything wrong here. So it's not able to find out the app component, maybe because there's something that has gone wrong here. So let's just go down here and make it app component. I think this is the mistake that we got into. I'll just make it app component and save it and copy this into the module. I think now it's fine just here. And I think hopefully the transcompiler should have already transcompiled this part. So it just detected the file change and did it again. Then I kind of refresh again. So we get a second component working, right? So that's a small mistake, but it can take up a while to figure it out. Okay, now that we have got this component, let's just get into creating a service maybe. And I'm going to create a new file, and let's just call it as log.service.ts. So we're going to create a log service. That's what I really want to intend to do. And type in ag service, and it's going to create a service file. The service name is, as of now, service name service. I'm going to replace this service name with log service, like so. And maybe we're going to have some methods here. So what we're going to have is within a log service method, we're going to have a logs array of type string, right? As of now, it's just an empty array, like so. And then we're going to have a push method in this. So let's consider a push method, which is going to take a log entry, or get a message and of type string, and it's going to take in logs and push the message inside it. And we're gonna, at a while we'll just do console.log, and I think I should always refer to it as this.log. So this.logs.push and this, and maybe another method which is pop method, which can return us the this.logs like so. So we've got a service ready. The purpose is very, very specific. The purpose is to just log the uh, the messages. And so I'm going to use this log service now in my components. But the point is, how do I use it? So the way we can think about this is providers. Remember, I showed it to you in the PPT as well. So you can just write providers to be and specify the name of the service, log service. Now, as of now, it's not going to be found, of course. So you're going to import this. So say import and log service from /log service like so. So now log service is found. So you're saying that in the whole module we have got a service like a single instance available, and then you can use it anywhere in your application. So I'm going to maybe right here click a button or create a button here, button, and I'm going to write here say log a message, and as of now I'm going to log a hard-coded message, maybe say log or I just create a method called do something. In fact, I should make it some action that does something right over here. So it's a button which has on-click event, and you know how events are now. So they're going to be single curly braces equal to this method right over here. And then I'm going to write the do something implementation here. So say do something. And now I just wanted to use the, I would say, the logging service. So we've already got it into the module, but wherever you need it, you can just type in here private and just log service, or you might use small letter right here, and the type of this log service is of course log service like so. Right now it still complains like it's not able to find what is log service. So you can again just type in here import the log service from /log.service like so. And so it's really easy now. I mean, wherever we need, in whichever component we need it, we'll just get an import statement and we'll just dependency inject it. Once we dependency inject this, you'll notice this is available in the application. So console.log, and I'm just doing something, and I just wanted to write like to the log, maybe using the logging service, not this console.log. So this is just using console.log directly, but a log service to which is like a single I would say dot push and done with something stuff, right? Remember, this is this dot log service like so. So we use the common message to push this information onto the logs, and we're already printing it out. Maybe I'll just comment this console.log because it gets confusing. So we do something, and then we just directly write something onto the logs. Let's see if this really works for us. So I'm going to go down to the page here once again, and we got some action right here. And as I do this, and as I do it again, you'll notice this array is kind of getting increased, and we are now using a service to log this up. I mean, nowhere in the component I've just done any console.log, but it's happening using a service right over here. So, this which is good enough. And let's say, I just wanted to pass a message here. I mean, instead of doing this, I might wanted to have a message as a string message. Now, I'll just take the message as input. And there's a little shortcut, about this. So I might just refer to this as hash message, right? Or you can just name any variable like here like this. And then I'm just going to type in here message. See if this really gets down, or maybe message.value, and let's kind of refresh. So we got something, and as I write right here, then it's not really printing up this message right over here. Now the thing is, this basically needs an event, right? So you might just bind up some event like key up event and bind it to a dummy thing. I mean, it need not necessarily be a method right here. So this is going to make sure that once you write to this text box, this local reference gets the latest value, right? Because an event has happened. So what I'm trying to say is, local refs, they only get the value once certain event happens, right? Hopefully it's going to get it now. So I kind of do this, and as I type this, you notice it's just getting right here typed. Now what do I really want to do with it? I just want to capture this value of messages value from here and send it here into this something. So we'll be not pushing the hard-coded message. We'll just write whatever user writes into the text box, and we push this, right? So let's refresh and try this. So push first log, and I just do some action. It's just got here, and then I can just type in second, and I pushed again, so it's second, and then third, and a fourth message, or whatever that you type into this text box is going to be pushed into the logs. So that's the beauty about using this log service. Now, I think so far so good. It's just a simple implementation that we've done like this. But there's more to the story, and we're gonna understand a bit of dependency injection, as we move on from here. So just wait for a while. I'll start it.